We've got quite enough kindling, thank you, Mr. Robinson.
You don't know what your needs are going to be a few months from now.
Then ask my husband. And Mr. Robinson, we don't observe many social graces here. But knocking before entering a room is still considered de rigueur.
Oh, I don't doubt that, Mrs. Warwick. I don't doubt that at all. Don't believe we've met. Tommy Robinson's the name and kindling's the trade. Odd jobs, personal service, almost anything in the way of aid to me fellow man.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Robertson. As one of your fellow men.
You're that new bloke just arrived a week ago, right? Saw your baggage down on the docks, I did. How are you finding it?
Wet, buggy, humid and hot.
Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it at all, young gentleman. I've been here 20 years myself.
20 years?
Yeah, I had me a choice. It was either a London jail or a Borneo jungle. A choice that's no choice at all. What about you? What are you trying to escape from?
From dullness and convention, I thought. God, how wrong I was.
Well then, you'll have to come down to the village sometime and have a snifter or two with me and a chat. But not too many Europeans in these parts, you know. Sometimes it's good for a bloke to be with his own. It's a pity, you know. I can't offer you something of your own. Say like that, what just left the room.
Yes, that is a pity.
Well, there are ways and means and methods.
I'm afraid that eludes me.
Then we'll talk about it again, Mr. Macy. Yes. We'll talk about it again, young gentleman.
What are you doing?
I was just passing by, Mr. Warwick. I had some kindling to sell.
They'll sell it somewhere else. Stay away from here. I've told you that before. On your way, Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Well, I see you've met our village entrepreneur.
Robinson?
Yes, the only known rodent in captivity with a Christian name.
What does he do here, besides peddling kindling wood?
Carries back and forth, selling contraband to the sailors. Occasionally panders, frequently steals, and when he's out of whiskey, he turns up here with a cartload of kindling. Stay away from him, Macy. He'll do you absolutely no good at all.
Hello, darling. Dinner in half an hour.
Good, I'm famished. How about you, Macy? An appetite?
Slowly growing.
Excellent. I know, let's put some candles on the table tonight. Make it a bit festive. I'll go and wash them.
Mr. Macy. I think perhaps I do you an injustice.
Perhaps you do.
Then I'd like to offer my apologies in advance. But I'm not a child. I do know what loneliness can do to a man. Loneliness and abstinence.
Please, go on.
I have a suggestion. A friendly suggestion.
Yes.
Take a cold bath, Mr. Macy.
Over here, Mr. Mason. Over here, young gentleman. Now then, what can I offer you, sir?
Nothing, thank you.
If not a whiskey, then what?
What had you in mind, Mr. Robinson?
What have I in mind? I rather thought you had something. You did send this, didn't you? Should like to talk to you at your earliest convenience, Stephen Mason. I rather thought that you had something definite in mind to discuss.
I don't have anything specific. It's just that I'm so bloody bored over there that I...
You sought out a bit of companionship this evening. Understandable, young gentleman. Understandable. A man shouldn't be by himself all the time. That's not healthy, that's not. It's not wholesome.
It isn't just being by myself,
It's being close to her. Close enough to touch. Close enough to fondle. And a beautiful thing she is, too. And married to that old man. It's criminal, is what it is.
Night after night, we just sit and talk about the tobacco crop and the amount of rainfall and the payroll. And as the hours go by, I find it very difficult to...
I quite understand, young gentleman. I quite understand. Now then, what's to do?
I haven't an earthly.
I think you have, young gentleman. I think you have a very good idea.
You bloody fool. I'm not soliciting an assassination.
Assassination? Oh, come now, young gentleman. Assassination? I shudder at the very word. The thought of a killing palpitates me is what it does. Sends shivers up and down my body. Oh, no, Mr. Mason. No. Nothing as bloody and violent as all of that. What I had in mind was, it was more of an act of destiny. Let me tell you something about Borneo. We have here a kind of an earwig.
A what?
An earwig. A kind of caterpillar. A thing almost as fine as a spider's web. It lives on wax, feeds on the innards of flowers, and it has a decided liking for the human ear. The natives hereabout, they have a distinct terror of it, they do. You see, it moves and it rests so lightly on a human being that one is practically unconscious of it. Now, if you were to place one of these earwigs in a man's hair, just above his ear,